Hi everybody, this is Lynn from Creative Concept Crafts with the new release, and this is the Rainbow Bridge collection. It's not a particularly nice card to do, but when we lose a pet it's like losing a member of the family. So I hope that you like this version of what I've created to as a sentiment for losing a pet. So we have the rainbow, we have Rainbow Bridge, we have the paws, and we have the wings. Matching envelope box and box as always. So what do we need to create this card? On the base mat we have the base card, we have the Rainbow Bridge art with the text, we have the text "Sorry for your loss", and we have the wings, which are detailed cut. It's the matte layer, so I've taken them off on some sticky tape. On mat 1 we have the central one. If you're wanting to put a back card on for a verse, then cut 2 of that mat, and there's 2 of the smaller mats. One goes on the right side, one goes on the wrong side, so when you turn it over it'll be the front of the card. Then we have the 7 colours of the rainbow: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo and violet. And what I do is I will put 4 pieces of card on, cut 4 of them, then remove them and cut the other 3. Because of the arcs, you won't be able to cut all 7 at one time. And then we have the paws, the detail on the paws, which go on the fronts. There's 2 on the cutout, there's 1 on the wings, which is the largest one, and then the other 2 go on the front. So there's a mat, and that's the detailed mat. Sorry, you've got the base layer in the other colour. So in the dark grey now, that's showing the wings that go on top of the base layer, the dark grey, and I'm putting, it's not actually a light grey, isn't that? It's like a mottled creamy colour. And here's the last set, which are the base of the paws, the mat for the text, and the back for the wings and the paws. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 mats, 5 mats for this particular design. So I'm just going to start off matting and layering. The largest of the paws, there's only 1 of them, sits in the middle of the wings. So I'm just adding glue to that to start off with and just matting it up. I've used pink on this particular detailed mat. On the other card that I did at the beginning of the video, I've used a very pale lemon, and it would probably also work in pale blue with the grey. So just positioning. Again, I take all these pieces off on the transfer tape, and then you can just glue them all together in one. You may have to tweak them just slightly if they move when they're coming off the mat, but as a whole it's a quicker way than trying to put them on one piece at a time. I use transfer tape that you can get to cover books and shelves and that sort of thing. I buy it on a roll and then just cut it down into pieces, and it lasts for maybe half a dozen transfers, and then you can just throw it out and start again. So I just carefully roll it back. You may need your pokey tool to keep the pieces in place just as you slowly roll them back. So I'm just continuing to do the other paws. So there's 4 going on to the backs of the paws, and then the other 2 that are remaining fit inside the pink matte layer, so I'll put those on once I've got the layering done there. I'm just going to push these aside now and start to layer up the rainbow. So I found that the easiest way to do this, just add glue right the way across and line them up on the outer edge of the back piece there. So I'm just lining them up on the bottom on either end, and then you can just slide the rest of it into position. And I do that with each one. So again, lining up on the bottom on each side. So I'm just holding it up at the centre till I get that aligned, and then everything else will just slide into position. Can you see? So it butts up to the edge of the pale grey. And I'm just continuing now with the rest of the rainbow colours. So there's the rainbow completed. Now we can add the detail to the wings. So again, I'll remove the transfer back and glue the whole of one of the wings. Some of these pieces are really quite tiny, so it only needs a couple of dots of glue on them. Nice fine tip is the key to all these detailed pieces. It's difficult to see on the dark mat, so I'm just making sure that I get it lined up where it needs to be. And again, just gently and slowly remove that transfer tape, using the pokey tool if you need to hold pieces into position, or to just nudge them if they move as you're releasing. Just a little tweak on a couple of pieces. And there's the first side completed. And now we'll repeat exactly the same thing for the other wing. So again, just dotting the glue, position, and again slowly release the tape. And there's the wings and the paw prints in position. So now we're going to start matting and layering the base card. I've gone around the edge as always on the scoreboard so that I've got a nice line to follow to line up. Turn the card over to the right side and you can add the two pieces for the front. If you're wanting a sentiment, then create a second mat for the back there. You can either burnish these in before or after they're completed. So it just reminds me of the pearly gates with the rainbow. I'm going to add some dimensional foam tape to the back of the rainbow just to make it stand forward of the card. I just lay my tape onto greaseproof paper and then just cut it however wide or long that I need it. It really is sticky stuff, is this. Usually end up with it stuck all over my fingers. bit left on the corner there then, and releasing the last piece. And now we can add that. It just fits inside like a little mat distance from the edge and from the fold lines on the card. So there, that's your rainbow bridge in position. And now we can add the wings, and again I'm just going to add a little bit of shape into this before I do anything. So I'm just going to curve those wings just forward a little bit. You need to obviously let your glue dry on the wings before you try to do this. You can see the dimension there now. And again, I'm going to add a little bit of foam tape into the middle of the paws. Again, giving it dimension away from the rainbow. Doesn't want to let go of the back. So again, I'm just bending the join where the paws are, just to give you the dimension. Now I'm going to add those extra paw prints to the cutout area. So as I did with the ones that went onto the little backers, and just position into the centre on each side there. Just slowly and gently. And we're going to repeat the same thing on the other side. Just tweaking, just moved a little bit. So there we have the paws added inside the cutout detail there. And now we need to add the sentiment. So we've got sorry for your loss. I'm going to put sorry for on one side and your loss on the other. And I'm just going to move it around. On the first one that I did, I had them more or less lined up. On this one, I'm just going to move it around a little bit. And again, I've added transfer tape to the back of each of these sentiment pieces. So again, just need to remove the backing tape. And to finish off, I'm just adding a little bit of foam tape to the 4 paws. 2 of them I'm going to add to the front of the card here amongst the text. And then the other 2 I'm going to place them onto the front of the card. So as the gates close, you've got the paws. I'm positioning these just in slightly different places to the first card, just to change it up a little bit from the original one. Like I said, the remaining 2 I'm just going to put on the front of the card, so that when you close the card, you've just got the paws and you've got the wings. And there's our Rainbow Bridge card. So that's the pink version. The original one I did was the lemon, the pale lemon. And as always, there's a matching box and envelope box to go with the collection. I hope you enjoy the design. I know it's not one that we like to do, but until the next time, bye for now.